realization that it's embedded so far into my DNA that that's like what it's part of me that I need to do it constantly. And it's just really the matter of being open to inspiration and letting it flow through you kind of thing. So I'm working on right now I'm working on the balance of being able to still be present but still have my brain working in that artistic capacity.
D'être là mais continuer à créer.
Ah, c'est incroyable. Alors du coup, j'ai envie de parler un petit peu. La première question qui m'est venue en tête quand j'ai entendu parler de ton nouveau projet, c'est que on t'a vu l'année dernière avec Frank Iero and the Celebration. Là, on te voit avec Frank Iero and the Pythons. C'est quoi le changement? Est-ce que c'est le groupe en soi qui a changé, ou est-ce que ça a à voir avec votre musique, avec ta façon de créer? Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Pourquoi ce changement?
Then you changed name of the projects, the celebrations, patients. What have changed? Is it like the mood between in the band, the music?
Well, I think it's everything, right?
Tout en fait.
I think when a band goes into to make a new record, the idea is to reinvent that band and to kind of push the envelope and burn down the past and create something new. That's how you kind of have to try to chase greatness, right? In order to like put the past away. But the pitfall of it is you come out of that and people hear the record and they're like, oh, it doesn't sound like this band anymore. And it's like, no shit, because that's a new band.
Le nouvel album, ils ont pas à se dire, putain, ça ressemble pas à celui d'avant. Là, on dit, bah non, c'est carrément un nouveau groupe, donc ça n'a rien à voir.
Exactly. And I feel like I have the upper hand because it's always going to be Frank Iero because it's a solo endeavor. So I can change the name of the band that I bring along every record. And every record's going to sound different because it's going to be a different band.
Ah, finalement, tout est lié quand on y pense.
Everything's still linked.
Everything's still linked, yeah, but it's like you don't just say like, oh, the dinosaur period. You're like, oh, that's the Cretaceous and Jurassic, and
Quand tu vas au restaurant, tu sais pas,
this is the patient.
Alors j'aime bien, genre le mec qui compare sa musique à de la bouffe. Là ça m'intéresse encore plus. Non, t'es pas obligé de tout traduire non plus. Alors du coup, c'est vrai que sur ce nouvel album, donc t'en parlais, donc c'est vrai que voilà, c'est une nouvelle version de Frank Iero. Alors c'est vrai que sur ce nouvel album, il y a quelque chose qui m'a quand même vachement marqué, c'est que sur le premier album, quand t'es venu il y a un an, c'était un disque que tu avais fait tout seul chez toi, que tu avais produit. Il y avait notamment le batteur de My Chemical Romance qui t'avait aidé à faire la batterie. Mais pour ce deuxième album, là, tu t'es quand même un petit peu entouré. C'est pas du tout les mêmes choses au niveau du boulot, quoi.
There's a huge difference between the first album and the second one. The first thing is, we'd say the production. The first one was homemade with drummer you already worked with and stuff, and you totally changed it to the second one. Two huge producers and stuff. How did that happen? Why?
All right. Well, first off, the first record, I didn't know I was making a record. I kind of just started writing the songs in my downtime because I needed to feel different than I felt inside. And so the songs that were coming out, like I let them kind of tell me what they wanted to sound like, or what they needed to sound like. And I felt like that record was so intimate and so, it was a passion project. So I wanted it to sound like you were listening in on something as opposed to listening to a record. And so that's why I felt like that record needed to sound that way. This record, this time around, I knew people were going to hear this record because I already signed to the label. And I was like, I got really nervous because I didn't know how to do that. Yeah, because I hadn't done it. And I came to grips with that by thinking, well, people do it all the time without knowing how to do it. So you just gotta kind of, stop being scared and make this record. And I started to write these songs. And as I was listening to what we were making, I knew that it needed to be bigger. I needed a partner in the production of it. I couldn't do it by myself. And the songs were begging to be on just a grander scale.
Il fallait qu'on franchisse une étape par rapport au premier.
Alors du coup, au niveau de l'étape, tu as franchi quand même un sacré stade, parce que du coup, tu es quand même entouré de deux grands monsieur. Tu as quand même eu Ross Robinson et Steve Vett, qui sont quand même deux producteurs extrêmement reconnus. Comment ça s'est passé? Enfin, c'est toi qui as été les contacter, ceux qui sont venus vers toi. Enfin, comment t'en es arrivé à avoir ces deux mecs-là avec toi dans l'aventure?
You worked with Robinson and Steve Vett for that album. Is it particular choice of yours for anything, or did they come to you?
No, I mean, well, that's a team that I've looked to and been a fan of for many years. And bucket list for me that I've always wanted to work with those guys.
J'ai toujours voulu travailler avec ces gars-là.
But I guess hearing the stories throughout the years, like there's all these, it's like folklore, like you know, you've heard these stories about Ross Robinson, and it scared the shit out of me. So like for so long, I was like, I'm not prepared for that. Like, I don't know if I can have somebody make me cry and like throw shit at me like when I'm making a record. And finally, I realized I was like, no, this record needs that. It needs to be crazy. I need someone to like take me to the brink and push me over the edge. And Ross was that guy. And so, you know, we went into the studio, and it was actually one of those things where I contacted Ross, and I didn't know that Steve was available. And Ross contacted Steve, and Steve and I had, like, you know, we've been in touch over the years about different projects and stuff like that, but when Steve, I guess, heard that I was coming in, he was free, he wanted to do the record, so I ended up getting the Dream Team. That was kind of, you know, like the stars and all.
Ah, c'est clair, mais alors c'est vrai, enfin, en général déjà d'avoir un producteur, ça doit être un petit peu, c'est vrai que ouais, c'est un personnage en plus au sein du groupe, mais là d'avoir les deux là, en studio, vraiment, ça s'est passé comment? Parce que c'est vrai que tous les groupes, quand ils nous parlent de Ross Robinson, c'est... Voilà, en vrai, ça s'est passé comment? Ils sont comment en studio ces mecs-là?
No, it was the dream team for you, but was it like as good as you expected? I mean, having just like at least one of those two guys must be like massive, then both of them on your album. How did it go? Is it as you expected?
It was, no. Here's the thing, you listen to the stories, you listen to those records and you're a fan of it, and going in you're like, oh, alright, this is what I can expect, and you're totally wrong. It's above and beyond anything that you could ever prepare for. So, it was more than a dream come true. I've never, ever in my life been part of a process like that, and I can't imagine making a record any different. It's weird.
Et du coup, le résultat, on va pouvoir l'entendre le 28 octobre prochain, parce que ce sera la date de sortie de Parachute, c'est le nom de ce nouvel album. Pour une fois, c'est un anglais qui se dit en français, du coup, j'ai moins la honte quand je le dis face aux artistes, du coup, parce que j'ai un accent de merde, hein, pour tous les auditeurs qui nous écoutent. Alors, c'est vrai qu'en studio, alors le premier album, donc du coup, tu avais tout préparé tout seul avec batteur de Making Cameron, c'était avec toi. Pour ce nouvel album, est-ce que tous les musiciens étaient avec toi, ou c'est encore toi qui as bossé tout seul? Ça s'est passé comment? Est-ce que Evan est en studio aussi? Enfin, qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
How did it go for the recording? Like, were all the musicians with you, or only you?
No, yeah, it was me, Evan, and Matt.
Okay, Evan et Matt.
Yeah, and Steve Evans actually played bass on the record.
Et Steve a joué la basse en fait sur l'album.
D'accord. Donc du coup, un travail d'équipe qui n'était pas forcément le même boulot qu'avec le premier album, quoi.
Teamworking, which is pretty different from the previous album.
Yes, yeah.
Improvisation too?
You know, my least favorite thing about recording Stomach Aches was that there's a YouTube, this is so silly, but there's a YouTube video of like this little girl in her room, and she, like, you ever see that cup game where they like stack the cups and then they take them down and stack the cups?
Qui monte toutes les cups les unes derrière l'autre.
I don't know what that's called, I'm just going to call it the cup game, but like, she has like her phone set up, she's taping herself, she fucking crushes the cup game, and there's no one else in the room, she's just like, yeah, and it's like, there's no one there to congratulate her, she feels like so shitty, and that's how I felt the whole time I was making that record, it was like, there's no one here.
Personne n'était pour le fêter avec elle, en fait elle le fêtait en face de son téléphone. Et là,
there's no one there to tell you if it sucked, or if it was good, or if you were crazy.
J'ai envie de partager ce moment-là avec mes potes, quoi, et le moment où c'est fini, c'est dire putain c'est bon, on a réussi, quoi.
So this time around, like, you know, I had a band, like I had, you know, Evan, who I've always wanted to play with, Maddie, who's, I don't know where we met Maddie. Maddie's amazing.
Yeah, he's from like a different planet.
Seriously.
Matt, notre planète, c'est vraiment un mec qu'on adore.
And Steve, who I couldn't believe, I didn't know he was that phenomenal of a bass player. It was pretty intense. And I thought I was going to have to play bass on the record, which I was like, okay, I'll do that because I did it last time. But I just was able to write the bass lines and then like tell Steve to play it, and he crushed it. So that relationship of being able to, like, you know, not show off, but like, you know, play off of each other and really inspire each other was so huge. And I feel like you really hear it on this record. I feel like this record sounds like a cohesive band playing together. You know, you can hear that there's people in the room. I mean, most of the tracking was done live. I mean, if you really listen, you can hear, like, I think Ross too, just in the room screaming at us in between songs and stuff like that. That stuff's real.
Même entendre Ross qui crie après nous entre les chansons.
Justement, ce que j'allais leur dire, en fait, dans cet album, il y a un passage, enfin un truc que j'aime beaucoup, c'est qu'il y a une sorte d'impression de, pas forcément de live parce que c'est pas de l'enregistrement live, mais vraiment il y a des moments sur la fin des morceaux ou le début où on entend voilà des moments de studio où ils s'applaudissent, où ils crient en mode ouais putain on l'a fait et voilà, je vais leur demander si c'était fait de façon intentionnelle. Apparemment oui, c'est le cas.
Yeah, I really felt that thing, or it doesn't like sound live, but we can feel like we're in that room with you, and she wanted to know if it was done on purpose or not.
I mean, I don't know if it was on purpose. It was just it happened.
En
You
fait,
know
ça s'est
what I mean?
passé, on l'a pas fait exprès,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like his process, the way he works is you're all in the same room. It's a very tiny room. They call it the grotto. I mean, it's probably the size of half this room.
La moitié du studio
The
ici.
drums are set up and everybody's in there playing along, and you're singing, screaming into a mic, and your vocals bleeding into all the other mics too, and you're all just kind of going 100%. And Ross is standing right next to you with headphones on, screaming and kind of dancing next to you, like just psyching you up, and at times throwing shit at you, like pistachio shells at you and stuff. Like, it was like being in an insane asylum. It was crazy. It was so the opposite of a sterile studio environment, and that's all I've ever been, accustomed to, other than like doing stuff on my own. But to do a major recording with an A-list producer, and have them just be like, fuck it, man, like there's no right or wrong. It's whatever feels right for the song. And that's the most refreshing thing you could possibly ever ask for.
Le faire dans le bon état d'esprit.
Comme quoi, enfin, sincèrement, quand je les vois parler de cet album, j'ai vraiment l'impression en fait, j'aurais voulu voir ça de mes propres yeux. Donc, du coup, on va essayer de recréer un petit peu cette ambiance. Là, maintenant, tout de suite, dans les studios de WFM, vous allez prendre vos guitares, les garçons, si vous êtes OK. Vous allez faire des petits titres acoustiques. Vous êtes chaud? C'est bon? Ça va? Vous êtes OK?
Hearing you talk about that, we'd love to be there with you at that moment of recording, and we're going to try and do it back again in acoustic.
You're gonna start like screaming at us?
And throwing things too.
Yeah, oh jeez, great.
Should we do that?
So you wanna do that? Yeah.
Allez, let's go.
Alright.
Frank Iero and the Patience sur WFM et dans Bring the Noise. Et ils vont nous présenter des titres de leur nouvel album en acoustique, en direct. Alors c'est la première session de la rentrée. J'espère que tout va bien se passer. Voilà, parce que j'avoue j'ai un petit peu la pression. Béa normalement m'a montré comment tout régler. Voilà, j'espère que j'ai appuyé sur les bons boutons. Oui, Marie, t'es derrière. C'est bon, on te voit. C'était comment Berlin en fait? Parce que Marie a été interviewée Kings of Leon à Berlin.
Oui, c'est vrai, c'était cool, très court,
Ouais,
mais
ils sont
très
sympas.
intense. Ils sont, oui, on peut dire ça comme ça.
Ils ont toujours le sexe en feu ou pas?
Apparemment, hein. Ils l'ont pas dit directement, mais ça se voyait.
D'accord. Alors attention, je branche le petit micro. Ça a l'air de bien marcher tout ça. C'est en train de se régler au niveau des guitares. Et tout ça en live, n'hésitez pas à vous brancher sur wfm.fr. Il y a le petit icône WFM à la télé, vous pouvez voir tout ça en direct sur WFM. On y va quand vous voulez les garçons, vous le dites?
You guys good?
I think so.
Ah
Yeah.
bah let's go. And the Patience sur WFM et dans Bring the Noise. Ils vont nous jouer quel titre, Tim?
What song are you going to play?
I think we're gonna do a song called Tradition. Alright, sound good?
Let's go sur WFM.
1, 2.
I hate the things I do and all the shit I put you through. Try to share. I'm staring. I am a rough road. I am my own worst enemy. And I hate me most days. Can't believe it's still here most days. I'm so tired. You want a new life. get my shit together. Not anymore, no matter how hard I try. Never seem to get it right. I still remember. I still remember. I still remember how I made you feel. I still remember. I still remember. I still remember how I made you feel. Oh, once upon a time.
Non, ce n'est plus Celebration, maintenant c'est The Passion, c'est sur ton acoustique tout de suite. On enchaîne avec un deuxième morceau. Vous allez nous jouer quoi? Le deuxième titre, c'est quoi?
What song are you going to play now?
And then we're gonna do She's the Prettiest Girl at the Party, and She Can Prove a Solid Red Hook. Is that okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Tu as tout le temps pour faire des soundchecks, t'inquiète pas.
These guitars, I know, they hate planes. These guitars hate planes.
On est en direct évidemment sur WFM et c'est pour ça aussi que c'est cool dans Bring the Night, c'est que tout se fait un petit peu à l'arrache. Hein, voilà, on est punk avant tout. Frank Iero and the Passions sont nos invités ce soir.
Right?
Yep. Bags all packed and I'm ready to go. Stand out of sun, we figure out a plan. Ready for the flight, fall off a cliff. But it's alright with you. I'm not miss out on us. 'Cause your face is enough to stay sane. Spend my life getting in my own way. So you something I really need this to work out good. When things are going in my stomach, just can't stop. You're on my mind. Things that you say are most of the time. Sinking fast, it's alright. I'm starting and I'm not celebrating. Put it on the line, just get full. 'Cause I wanna be the one. I want you so close, and since I'm in this mood with you, I love spending like you say. You're never gonna be safe. Well, that's okay, 'cause I wouldn't know how to do that. And still, hell won't be is whenever you make me and whenever you're on my mind. The things that you say are most of the time. I'm on your side. No, I'm not easy to deal with sometimes. Sinking fast, it's alright. All we wanted was what we were. What we were was young and naive. I found my place in this world. Then you wake
tonight, 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 tonight. Don't be sad, no, you will. Don't give up until you're on my mind. The things that you say are most of the time on your side. No, I'm not easy to deal with sometimes. Once in a while, I wish you would tell me if you forget, girl. So sinking fast, sinking fast. I need you, 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 I need you to know I'm alright.
Ah, c'était beau! Oh là là là, j'en ai la chair de poule, franchement, c'est incroyable. Merci Frank Iero, merci Evan d'avoir joué ces morceaux ce soir pour We FM Brings the Noise, tout ça en direct. Vous avez pu voir surtout sur le Facebook Live puisque les caméras de FM TV ont un peu bu ce soir, on est désolé. Du coup, les garçons, vous revenez au micro, on va finir un peu l'interview, vous êtes d'accord? Un nouvel album de Frank Iero qui sortira le 29 octobre prochain, il s'appelle Parachute. Il est sorti il va sortir sur Astro Records, le deuxième album pour ce projet que Frank Iero a commencé en 2014 après la séparation de My Chemical Romance. Frank Iero, ce n'est pas que ça, c'est aussi Léa Zamora que vous avez passé. Il y a aussi pas mal de petites choses qui se passent autour de ce garçon. Apparemment, je ne pas que je suis un petit peu émue, c'est vrai que je trouve qu'il faut vachement de trip quand il chante en fait. Je sens que derrière moi, il y a beaucoup de demoiselles qui ont été assez.
Il y a de
marquées.
l'émotion.
Ça vous a plu les filles?
Oui.
Marie, tu valides?
Et moi, je valide tout ce qu'il fait. Donc, franchement, tu prêches une convertie.
Alors les filles, ça va, ça vous a plu?
Ah,
Oh,
c'est
elle
pas
a
très-
la petite larme aux yeux, c'est
Non.
trop mignon, dis donc, choupette. Bon, ça te fait quoi de faire pleurer les filles, franchement? Vraiment.
Making girl cry.
Oh, that's the story of my life.
So anyway.
Non, je pense qu'on te l'a déjà dit, mais c'est vrai que t'as une façon de chanter qui prend au trip en fait. Je sais pas si toi tu t'en rends compte, mais c'est vrai que c'est assez impressionnant quand on voit ça de
Yeah,
de près.
your way of singing has got a lot of emotion, and are you conscious of that? And do you know how you do that?
I think it's because when you don't know how to sing, you just whatever comes out of your heart.
Juste de sortir ce qui sort de ton cœur.
You know what I mean?
Est-ce que ça convient comme moi?
Non, mais carrément, non. En plus ça se ressemble un peu beaucoup, en plus ça colle un petit peu à la question que j'allais te poser. C'est vrai que j'ai lu pas mal de tes interviews, c'est vrai que je te cache pas que j'ai grandi avec My Chemical Romance, donc du coup voilà, il y a aussi tout ça qui est derrière moi. Mais c'est vrai que dans toutes tes interviews, tu parles beaucoup de ta famille et je trouve que ça se ressent pas mal déjà dans tes paroles aussi. Il y a aussi ton artwork que tu viens de sortir où on voit une sorte de couple fantôme avec une photo de bébé. Enfin, dans toutes tes interviews, tu parles de ta famille. Le nouvel album il s'appelle Parachute aussi. On sent qu'il y a quand même tout un lien. C'est quelque chose qui t'influence beaucoup, un pilier important dans ta vie.
We can
Vas-y, traduis ça, Tim. Bon courage.
even for your real limatic guy, because we even saw in your previous interviews you a lot talking about your family and stuff. We can see the artwork of your new album, the name of the album, everything's linked, right?
Yeah.
Oui, c'est ça exactement.
Est-ce que nous en parler du coup? Voilà, écoute, pour-
Oh yeah. No, yes, you're right.
Ok.
You know, it's one of those things where I started to think about the first record and
C'est des choses que tu
how
concentres sur
every
ton album.
song that I wrote started from feeling sick, and every song started as my way of trying to remedy how I felt inside. And so I look at those songs and I can trace them back to a feeling of a stomach ache or a feeling of nausea. You know, so that's how the record's called that, because like the word song became synonymous with stomach ache or feeling sick. These songs for this record became synonymous with these life-saving devices. I started to think about how we're all kind of careening through space at an incredible rate, and how life is just kind of like falling from a plane, and eventually we're all going to hit the ground. We're all going to make this huge impact, and some of us fall at a speed that we can't even fathom, and it's over in a blink of an eye. And some of us, the lucky ones, you know, get to experience things along the way that we love, and let us kind of enjoy it for a little bit longer. And those things, you know, those devices, there are parachutes, and it could be, you know, loving your family, it could be loving making music, it could be being a DJ, it could be, you know, anything that you're passionate about, the things that you live for, you know, the things that make you want to live. And so that's where these songs are that for me, and this record's that for me. And also the artwork kind of ties into that, because I thought about the first time we ever feel that, ever. Like when our little tiny little mouse eyes open, the first thing we see is our parents, and that's our first security blanket. Those are our first, you know, life-saving devices. And so that's why I knew that I had to have them on the cover, because that's where it's
Et du coup, c'est vrai que finalement tout se lit, c'est assez. En fait, c'est vrai qu'il y a beaucoup d'émotions dans la musique de Funk Hero, ça se ressent à chaque fois. Déjà, ta dernière session, ça vous avait quand même pas mal marqué. Alors, c'est vrai que j'ai envie quand même de poser une petite question, parce qu'il y a quand même ton guitariste Evan qui est là, et on lui pose pas beaucoup de questions. J'ai envie de lui demander, franchement, Funk Hero, en studio, enfin de tourner avec lui, c'est comment? Vas-y, t'as le droit de balancer sur lui, t'as le droit. Vas-y, parce que là, je te vois, tu t'ennuies un peu, là.
It's unbelievable. Because I come from a family where I have super strict parents. So I had been in a few bands with friends throughout the years, and none of those bands my parents would have ever let me go out on the road. You know, like, so having Frank there, you know, they were kind of more lax to it, because they know, you know, he had been on the road for years, so they were a little, you know, resistant at first, but then once we started to hit the road, they kind of realized, like, okay, you know, this is something that, you know, is a great opportunity. And it's just been incredible, it's just insane. Like right now, like we're in Paris right now. It's just like we were talking about it earlier. Like we're eating salads, and we're like, dude, we're eating a salad in Paris right now. It's like such a random, which I'm getting so much backlash for. I should have gotten the ribs, but yeah, it's just like it's just out of control. You know, it's really a dream come true. It's just, you know, I never thought I would be able to see some of these places, and you know, now I'm getting to do that through music, and it's just more than I could ever ask for.
I was hoping I was going to scare him straight. He was going to be like, I'm going to go to school and be a lawyer. I think, well, I remember when I told my parents, like, oh, I'm quitting school and I'm going on tour, my dad was like, and that came from like a musician that do that tour, you know. So I was like, all right, I really want to be in band with Evie, but I bet you if I take him on tour, he'll straighten out. he'll see, like, you know. And then he got bit by that bug, and once you get bit by the bug, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over, man. You're a dog forever.
Yeah, it's hard to like go back, because I always would work in restaurants before we started doing this. So the first few tours, I was able to get time off of work to go on the road. But then going back to that after like being out, like literally living your dream, and then having to go back to a restaurant where no one gives a shit about you, and it's just like, you're just everyone's bitch. It was like, what am I doing?
Non mais alors par contre moi le truc qui me choque c'est que tu bosses dans un restaurant, tu viens à Paris et tu bouffes une putain de salade. Je suis désolée mais il y a un souci. Tu sais, par contre faut que tu traduises là, parce que moi j'ai compris, je pense que les auditeurs sont un peu largués.
Vous étiez en train de parler à deux, je savais pas quelle conversation suivre. Now, Ori was saying you're working in a restaurant and you come in Paris just to eat salad?
I know, that's
Seriously, guys?
See, but when we got there,
Tell
everything
me what
was...
you had for lunch.
Now I don't even
You
remember.
had pizza.
Oh, that's right. I had pizza. I had pizza for lunch.
On a pris la pizza ce midi, pardon.
But yeah, it was like everything was in French in the
En fait,
menu.
tout était en français
And
dans
like,
le menu. Donc,
I had no idea what any of it was. So I was just like, okay, this is a, I
Ça,
can read
c'est la
that's a
salade.
salad, so I guess I'll just go with that.
Je vais prendre la salade et manger ce que je prends.
Bon, comme quoi, enfin voilà, j'ai envie de te dire, moi quand je vais aux États-Unis, enfin non, j'ai jamais été aux États-Unis, quand je vais en Angleterre, je sais pas ce que je commande non plus.
Yeah, Aurélie
Ça.
says that when she goes to England, she don't understand a thing. She
Bah,
just like
et
horrendous.
Bon, reprenons un petit peu de sérieux, mais les garçons, quand même, on est là quand même pour parler de votre musique. Alors, on parlait de Iero, mais j'ai envie de te poser une petite question, parce que j'ai vu que cette année, tu avais aussi ressorti un projet qui était, il y avait eu un EP qui est sorti en 2012-2013, c'est Death Spells, un projet que tu avais fait avec, que tu fais avec James Dewey, j'espère que je prononce bien son nom, qu'on a pu voir du côté de Lady and the Full Effect ou encore des Get Up Kids. Alors le premier album que vous avez sorti cette année, donc Nothing's Above, Nothing's Below, qui est disponible, là, vous pouvez l'écouter. Est-ce que tu peux nous en parler un petit peu de ce projet? Tu as décidé de tout faire en même temps, enfin, pourquoi avoir relancé ça maintenant?
This year you started back a project that you started in 2012. How did this come up? Did you just want to do everything in a single year?
Man, I can't believe I forgot to say that in the year with the first
J'ai
question.
pas
that you asked
l'impression
us.
j'ai pas
Yeah,
l'impression que ce soit la même année en fait.
it was one of those things where, you know, when James and I first started the
Quand James
band,
et moi on a commencé ce groupe en fait,
I wanted the record to be finished and come out and all that stuff. And just life happened. Like he went on tour with Reggie. He did a new Reggie record. I ended up writing all the Stomachache songs, and then before I knew it, that came
moi j'ai
out.
le premier album
And
à
it just
composer,
we
tout ça.
toured,
On a commencé à tourner chacun de
you
notre
know.
côté.
And the songs just kind of sat in this weird state where
Et les
they
chansons
were
sont restées là,
some kind of finished but not finished.
composées, à la moitié finies, mais pas
It started
vraiment
to feel like I was building this skyscraper, and it was missing like the first two floors, and the foundation felt really shaky. We were writing parachutes, and for the life of me, I couldn't finish it. Like I just couldn't get to a point where like my lyrics were finished, and I wasn't saying it. I wanted to say things, and I was referencing things, or I knew that I was getting to a place that I had gotten to only because Death Spells had happened, but no one else had heard it, you know, and it felt weird. So James had called me up like at that point, and he was like, "Hey, I'm free. You want to finish Death Spells?" I was like, "Yes, absolutely." So we finished that, and then all of a sudden the floodgates opened, and I was able to finish Parachutes.
En fait, voilà,
Crazy.
ça m'a permis de
And it just so
faire
happened that the records came
une
out
pause
like within
pendant
a
Parachute où j'étais
couple of months
complètement
ago,
bloqué dans ma
it's kind of
créativité. Et là, en fait, se concentrer sur ce projet-là, ça m'a fait prendre de l'air. J'ai pu enfin finir les chansons qu'on n'avait jamais finies. Ça m'a libéré l'esprit. Et ensuite, ça m'a permis de terminer enfin Parachute.
Alors le truc qui est quand même assez drôle, c'est que quand on écoute les deux projets, c'est vrai que Death Spells, ça faisait, j'avais écouté ce projet en 2012, ça fait 30 ans que j'étais pas revenue dessus. C'est quand même un petit peu deux mondes en fait. C'est quand même deux styles de musique, de façon de composer, quand même assez à l'opposé en fait.
Two different universe between the two bands, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and that's one of my favorite things
Ça,
about
c'est un truc que j'adore.
music and
C'est ce que j'adore dans la musique.
you know, art in general is that you don't have to be confined to one
On n'est pas
habit.
obligé de se
You know?
plier à un
I
seul
love
truc.
all types of music. I love
J'adore
all
tous les
different types
styles
of
de
art.
musique,
You know, like,
tous
why
les types
wouldn't
d'art.
I
Et
take
pourquoi je
the opportunity to
m'empêcherais,
make everything?
pourquoi je prendrais pas l'opportunité de faire un truc qui est différent?
And James is also, I mean, he's a
James,
literal
c'est pareil.
genius.
C'est un
So,
super génie.
yeah, and someone I've been a fan of and looked up to as, you know, a big
J'étais
brother.
fan
and
de ce
as
gars-là,
artist
c'est
for
comme un
a
grand
very
frère
long
pour
time.
moi.
So, you know, if you're gonna release two records within 3 months of each other, they better be fucking different as shit. You know what I
Si tu
mean?
sors
Like, they
deux
better
albums
be
dans la
real
même année,
far
il
apart.
faut vraiment qu'ils soient complètement différents, sinon
Ouais.
ça n'a aucun intérêt en fait.
Alors du coup, pour ces deux projets-là, qu'est-ce qui va se passer? Est-ce que tu vas tourner pour les deux ou est-ce qu'il y en a un qui va plus mettre en avant que l'autre? Comment ça va se passer là, les mois qui vont arriver?
How are you going to be able to tour with both at the same time then?
I don't know, man.
Ça, j'en sais rien du
Don't
tout
know.
comment je vais faire.
Plus, I'm getting real old, so I feel like little by little, like every show, like I feel like I'm waiting for like an appendage to just fall off or something. Like, yeah, it's gonna be. I'm like
J'attends
Jeff
voir comment
Goldblum in
ça
The
se
Fly.
passe. Voir ce qui se passe dans un groupe pour pouvoir commencer avec l'autre et tout ça.
Bon, en tout cas, ça nous a fait vraiment plaisir de vous avoir. Je vois qu'il est déjà minuit 40, ça passe vraiment très vite. Théoriquement, on continuera à parler jusqu'à 2h du matin, mais bon, je pense que vous aussi, vous avez peut-être envie de profiter un peu de Paris ce soir. Du coup, je vous remercie vraiment d'avoir été là. Est-ce qu'on peut se permettre de poser une question sur My Chemical Romance ou est-ce que c'est relou pour toi? Juste une petite question. Et ce sera Tim qui va la poser.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Is it possible just to ask a last question about My Chemical Romance?
Yes, absolutely, and thank you very much for asking.
Bah, du coup,
Just one.
It's he. Et moi,
It's your
toi,
question.
it's a face.
bah, du coup, je vais la faire I'm gonna do it French first. And
Oh, okay, alright.
This is my...
Attends, je peux te traduire si tu veux. Ça peut être drôle.
Si tu veux.
Je vais pas y arriver.
Non, bah, du coup, là, on va fêter les 10 ans de Black Parade et tout le monde attendait la nouvelle. Et en fait, c'est qu'il va y avoir une nouvelle édition, une réédition de cet album-là. Tout le monde s'attendait un peu à une tournée, des trucs comme ça. Est-ce qu'il y a de l'avenir à attendre du côté de Macam ou pas du tout? Then we're going to celebrate Black Parade 10 years. 10th anniversary.
Isn't that crazy that it's been 10 years? That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
I
ridiculous.
feel very old. Voilà. All day.
Ah oui, c'était aussi d'ailleurs une partie de ma question, c'est cet album-là a été vraiment marquant pour plein de gens et 10 ans après, qu'est-ce que ça peut lui faire d'avoir fait cet album-là? That's part of my question. That's been 10 years and this album like was massive for a lot of people. And how do you feel of being like part of that kind of album that? Some bands got their big albums, like Green Day's got Dookie and Bling's got theirs, and like My Chemical Romance got the Black Parade, which is like it's going to stay through the years.
It's crazy. I mean,
Sylph.
you know, sometimes you know, like certain milestones will happen in your life, and
Il y a plein de choses qui t'arrivent.
you know that they're milestones somehow. Like you don't know why, but like you're like, I'm gonna remember this forever. Kind of thing. Like, this is a big deal. I definitely, I know we all felt that when we were making that
Et quand
record.
on a fait cet album-là, on s'est tous dit cette chose-là.
And I still can't believe it's been 10 years, but
J'arrive pas à
it's
croire
kind
que
of
ça fait 10 ans.
it's crazy to look back and see the ripple effect of what happened,
C'est fou de voir les effets
and
qu'a fait cet album. En fait.
the people that come up to me, like, you know, and say how, you know, how influenced they were by that, just that band in general, but also, you know,
Te dire à
I
quel
talk
point
about that
cet
record.
album les a
What's weird too is
influencés.
like when we were making Parachutes, right?
Quand on a fait Parachutes,
We made it out in Venice, and G came out and we hung out and we had lunch one day, and we just ended up talking about like how like we would tour, and like, these people would come up to us that are like, you know, 13 years old or something like that, and they're like, I just got into like my cam and all that stuff. And it's like, you were like,
Et on parlait de ces gens qui viennent
3 years old
qui
when that record came out. Like
Ils
that's
viennent nous parler de cet
that's
album-là.
insane.
Et on se
You know what I
dit,
mean?
putain,
How did you get
t'avais
into
3
that
ans quand cet
now? Like,
album est sorti.
how is that
Comment c'est
possible?
possible?
and
Donc même les plus jeunes sont aussi marqués par
it's
cet album-là.
crazy that the band and those records have found new audiences like that.
C'est fou de voir
I
comment
don't
cet
know how
album-là
that
arrive à
works,
choper du
you know?
nouveau public.
It's like I remember, like, you know, as a kid, like, you know, finding out events through like mixtapes, I guess, and stuff like that, and like radio, but like
Avant j'étais un gosse et j'avais mes mixtapes aussi et tout.
it's not conventional anymore. I guess it's a lot of like organic, like hand down kind of things, and that feels really
Maintenant
good.
la
That
musique
you know, that it
c'est
lives on
téléchargé
like
tout
that,
ça
and
et
keeps
ça continue.
getting new audiences.
Et
It's
tu continues à avoir du
crazy.
nouveau public tout le temps et c'est vraiment fou.
How does it feel? It's
Je sais pas ce que je
nuts.
ressens, c'est fou.
Yeah.
And the other part of the question is, you're going to do a new version of the Black Parade. When you announced there were going to be a thing about it, lots of people thought there was going to be like a reunion tour.
Yeah.
And,
Here's the thing though, no matter what we said, no matter like what we announced or what we put out a T-shirt, people are like, they're getting back together. It's happening.
Ils vont se mettre ensemble.
Yeah, so like, it's a shame. Like you know that band is. I'm shocked that people still care that much. Like that's it's testament to how much they care about that band. It's nuts.
Sont toujours à fond dans ce groupe-là.
I feel like that band's bigger now than it ever
J'ai
was.
l'impression que ce groupe est plus gros qu'il l'a jamais
Kinda
été en fait,
crazy.
maintenant qu'il est mort.
But yeah, nah, here's the thing. We worked together and we put together this package of songs that we wrote and didn't get released and stuff like that. So like, you know, I wrote this thing about what it was like to record there, and we put a lot of thought into the packaging of it and all that thing, and we delivered it to the label, and then they put out like this, you know, like little teaser video. And we were kind of caught off guard too when it kind of came out, but I mean. It just had a date and a flag. Like it didn't really say that we were getting back. I think people just kind of took
Ouais,
that.
on a fait ces chansons-là, on les a portées au label et trucs comme ça pour les mettre dans dans la nouvelle édition et tout comme ça, mais on
The record's really
n'a jamais voulu dire qu'on revenait en fait. C'est
Ouais.
juste sortir un truc et puis le label s'en est occupé.
Ouais, ils ont voulu nous faire une mauvaise blague en fait. C'est salaud, c'est salaud.
Bad
C'est
joke,
dégueulasse.
bad joke.
No, here's the thing though. Really, if you think about it, like if you really look at that trailer,
Si tu
it's
regardes
your
vraiment le
fault.
trailer,
Because we didn't say shit.
nous on n'a rien
You're
dit.
just like,
là-dessus.
something's coming out, and you're
On a
like,
dit,
that's
ça va
it.
sortir. Et nous, on a dit,
Put
ça
it
y est,
all in
c'est
black.
bon, ils sont de retour. Donc non, c'est de votre faute.
Non, mais en tout cas, à côté de ça, enfin, tu continues à faire de la musique, c'est mortel, on adore ce que tu fais. Il y a aussi Gerard Way qui fait aussi de la musique de son côté, on adore aussi ce qu'il fait. Donc en soi, c'est un petit peu un My Chemical Romance qui a un petit peu explosé en plusieurs autres projets. Donc finalement, pour les fans, c'est encore mieux. En tout cas, on est très contents et on aime beaucoup ce que tu fais, même si My Chemical Romance n'existe plus pour l'instant. C'est pas grave, on a
We're
fait
already
Hero
happy
and
to see that
Separation.
you guys got different projects and be able to enjoy the different universe of everybody. Like Gerard's doing his stuff, you got your stuff. It's like a different way to keep enjoying what we love through the years.
We're happy.
I will say this too, though. The next thing that you have to look out for is Ray's record because it's so good.
Le
Like,
prochain truc,
I think it's gonna.
vraiment attention.
I'm not taking any like announcement out of his hands. But
Ouais.
it's so good.
Ça reste entre nous, c'est un secret.
I don't know.
C'est super.
I hope it comes out soon because it's awesome.
Mais
It's
j'espère que ça
so
va
good.
sortir très bientôt.
C'est quoi du coup? Attends, tu peux redire?
Can you talk about that?
Can I talk about? It's not my record.
L'album de Ray.
Ah, d'accord, ok. On va
It's
suivre ça.
fantastic though. It's so good.
Ok.
I'll say that.
Donc voilà, j'espère que ça va sortir très bientôt et je peux vous dire que ça a été énorme.
D'accord, bah limite tu pourras lui donner l'adresse de la radio, comme ça voilà, il viendra nous voir et puis
Talk
il
to
viendra
him
nous
about the
présenter.
radio and he'll come back.
Yeah. I'll text
Bon.
them later.
C'est cool.
You gotta come to Paris. They gotta talk to you real quick. They're gonna berate you about that My Ken commercial.
En fait, il va falloir faire venir tout le monde.
Ouais, bah attends, carrément c'est open, on a plein de bières en plus, donc c'est cool.
C'est pas OFPS quand même.
Oh, okay.
En tout cas, merci beaucoup d'avoir été là ce soir.
Thank you so
Encore
much.
merci beaucoup.
Oh, please,
On
my
rappelle
pleasure.
on rappelle que votre nouvel album sortira donc le 28 octobre, on sera au taquet et puis bah, on espère vous voir très bientôt sur Paris. En tout cas, vous êtes les bienvenus quand vous voulez.
Are you guys going back coming out on Paris soon?
We hope so.
Ah, il y a le petit regard au manager qui en dit long, je dis ça comme ça, mais bon.
Yes. As soon as we possibly can.
Okay. And hope you'll come back here.
Oh,
by the way.
please. Hopefully, yeah.
Bonne soirée et merci
Bye
encore.
bye, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Tranquillement sur WFM, le Rings and Eyes.